Brooklyn Dad Show. I read in October, I read a chapter of a short story. Today I'm going to read a combination of prose and poetry. I turned the beginning of the story that I read in October into a short story. It's called Wizard of Flatbush Avenue. And I've written some other concepts. You can find them all on Medium under the title The World That Will Be. And that's the title of today's piece. I don't know if this is poetry or prose, it's just kind of how I'm feeling towards the inspiration for my short stories. The world that will be. Some days feel like a struggle, a world falling into chaos or authoritarian rule, fascism, white supremacy, systemic violence turning to explicit, visceral, brutal violence everywhere I look. I spend days alternating between work and crawling under my covers, unable to continue. Antidepressants bend and strain under the weight of each passing day. Scrolling my social media feed, inspired by people resisting the kidnapping of brown and black people off the streets of the US cities, haunted by the screams of people being ripped from their families and 10 cell phones captured their kidnapping. Was it worth the trip down social media lane? Is this what resistance actually is? Is videotaping and verbal statements of rights screamed at Gestapo all we can do? Am I doing all I can? What kind of world will this be? What kind of world will my daughter be living in this time next year? Where's my agency in this moment? I work in climate justice, advocating and creating technology solutions to empower communities fighting to help us adapt to the damage we've done to Mother Earth. It feels like enough. The pain always great and the challenges are many. I want to do more. I'm driven to do more, but what kind of world will this be if I don't do more? What can this Brooklyn dad do to build a better world for his daughter? I believe there is a better world. I must imagine that world. So in the last year, surprisingly, I found myself creatively, my creative vision has been going. Continually inspired to write about the future. I added fuel in the form of reading Octavia Butler, parallels of a future far too close to ours. I wish we'd listened better to the message. What I found was a burning desire to imagine our future, imagine our many futures. What hope do we have if we don't believe we have a future? If we don't believe we have many possible futures, actually. We can't have the future we want if we can't see it and fight for it. I found my biggest comfort was writing for futures in the near future. I couldn't wait for a future 20 years from now. I need a better future now. What has come out has been a collection of short stories that actually keep coming all the time. Tonight I invite you to check out The World That Will Be, my new collection. Work in progress, speculative fiction, it's on Medium. The World That Will Be, Medium. Mostly you'll find seeds of ideas and you'll find my first complete story. The story I started here. I finished a short story. My first short story started here at 7/7 in October, and you can see the complete story. Tonight I'm going to end with a poem. It was my first original poem that I performed earlier this year. I felt creative, on fire. I have to do it. I be so grateful to Miles and all the people who started this. This is the community I grew up in, my childhood community. This is called The Time for Community Is Now. The time for community is now. The time for community is now. Everyone, please look around you, look left, look right. Make eye contact with someone here and smile. That smile that makes someone know you are in community with them. You are in community. The time for community is now.
Now.
The time for community is now. Our planet is gasping for breath. I remember looking at the orange sky on a June day, pledging to my daughter that we would continue to fight. I will continue to fight every day for our planet. So I get up every day with renewed energy to fight for our communities, enable us to adapt to the change already happening, to be more resilient together, because the time for community is now. The time for community is now. History is being erased. Data being purged, and they try to white out our stories. We must stand strong. Listen to the stories that bind us from elders and community members. Remember, we are the walking archives of history and truth. And we will not be deleted. The time for community is now. The time for community is now. People are suffering oppression and apartheid. From Rikers Island to Attica to Angola prison to Angola to Gaza to Sudan. Our leaders destroy brown and black bodies with brutal precision, with bombs, jails, deliberately ignoring how our climate is changing. Frontline communities at the mercy of change must stand together more than ever. The time for community is now. The time for community is now. Thank you, New York, for coming out in record numbers to vote
Yeah!
That's right! New Yorkers voted and were heard for the first time in a long time. I feel hope. Mamdani represents the New York community I've always believed in. But the hard work starts now. Let's make real on the vision for a New York for the people. It's time for this community to come together, fight for the future we believe in, protect our communities when they try to come for our neighbors in January. You know they're coming, but you know what? The time for community is now. The time for community is now. Community has the power. Community is where it all changes and starts. We can do it. Change can start with us. This community, Prospect Lefferts Gardens. If you leave with one message from today, then let it be. Say it with me. The time for community is now.
It is now.
That's right. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're on time.
Jimmy Ross, you can find me on Instagram, Mr. Show, on Medium.